Good evening, families, my fellow class of 2019, parents, faculty and staff, Alex, Carol, Nasif, and Julia. The other day, someone asked me what my favorite movie was, and I thought back to the time when my first favorite movies were Bug's Life and Little Mermaid 2. But I remembered the movie I loved to watch with my mom because it was her favorite. It was also Jason Pearl's favorite, 16 Candles. When I told my friend this, I told him, yeah, but when I turned 16, I realized that nothing like that was real. This realization brought up two things. The fact that I turned 16 as a junior, very late, and a joke that my friends will never get over, as much as they wish me a happy 11th birthday every year. And the fact that high school and being a teenager is nothing out of a movie, unless you're Molly Ringwald. Instead, I told him that my most recent favorite movie was Booksmart, directed by Olivia Wilde and starring the Bay Area's own Nico the Duffer. The movie starts with Molly and Amy, who are best friends with one more day of high school. Molly and Amy were at the top of their class and inseparable. They worked their butts off to get into Columbia and Yale, racking up community service hours and stellar extracurriculars. Molly was the class president, something I can almost barely relate to. And Amy was about to do amazing work in Uganda to help female hygiene. Now, the first thing they wanted to do was go to the principal's office to go over the student council budget for the next year. This is something I can totally see Alicia and I doing, tying up loose ends and making sure the next year is perfect. Honestly, Alicia would want to do this more than I would. The second thing they wanted to do was go to a real high school party. Something that came out of the realization that while they unhealthily judged their classmates who partied, they actually had fun and maintained it all. They realized that they could indeed have it all. High school has not been High School Musical 1, High School Musical 2, All for One, and not even close to High School Musical 3 or Project X. It's been a balance of the two. It's been basketball games, of which we took our boys to state this year, thousands of art shows where Justice and I would snack on those barbecue wings. Elliot is killer at biology, but he also has an incredible taste and impeccable style. Mia can write any journalistic historical paper she wants, but also can recite every word of Blow the Whistle by Too Short. I mean, we did it last night. What's my favorite word? Why you gotta say it like short? Colin Cooper can be an amazing leader of the tech crew, but also the warm, loving Coco we've all grown to love. Malika can be Reese's best friend and a great friend to anyone who is listening. Just like Aldo had a crazy pyrotechnic phase, he's also an insane photographer, as any of his Photo 3 classmates can attest to. Jolie is an insane drawer and artist, and I can tell this by sitting next to her in French class, but she's also witty and has so much fun, and I will miss her sassy remarks and her French accent and having petit déjeuners with Madame Pilar. Lily is known for going hard and making Kardashian comparisons in her student council rep speech, and is also insane at free throws as a 3 on our basketball team. Justice Chase Lane is graduating without ever going to school. He puts countless hours in the gym, and I think that's all that matters, right? The list goes on. I could call out every single one of you and talk about the ways that you touched me, or we crossed paths. I rolled my ankle on the backpacking trip, and he's not here anymore, but Spencer Barnett carried my backpack, and that was like the nicest thing he could do. I didn't even know him. I took his backpack because he came back from I think a recording studio session or something like that. And so what I mean to say is, when I came to UHS, I felt like a fish out of water, like Nemo when he swims through that filter to get the tank dirty. I didn't know what to expect. I wanted it to be like High School Musical, and I also wanted to go to at least one crazy party and get into the school of my dreams and get the grades I needed. What I'm trying to say is that we've had it all. UHS provides us with the best of both worlds, just like Hannah Montana once said, and I never really understood that saying until now, but I'm so glad that I do. I may not have gotten a Jake Ryan on my birthday or had anyone forget my birthday. In fact, rather than being unseen, I was so visible. Maybe that's because I'm class president or rapped to a Drake verse freshman year. But if I was acting out in art history with Isad, didn't seem like I was interested in the class discussion, or just overall showed that I was having a bad day, people saw. People like Rachel, Melissa, Alex, and my friends showed up for me. For the girls in Booksmart, it took going to 3 parties, seeing their prospective hookups ghost them, and having a major fight to realize all of this. People at UHS really care. They're all going through something. And for me, it was a dark spiral and cycle of severe anxiety and stress that I'm still dealing with, but I know I'll get through. I know that this is true for a lot of people around me. But instead of having a talk with Anthony Michael Hall in the tech shop, what made me realize this bigger picture and pure greatness that UHS is and will always be was watching this movie right before we graduated. Congratulations, class of 2019. We made it. And in the wise words of Meek Mill, we graduated, so call me Big Fish. Now, normally for these things, I'll be the MC, but I'm passing that over to the class reps for this night. I'm really excited to see them lead, but I will be the first act, and I'm going to be singing a song. I haven't sung on a stage since probably the 7th grade, and I started when I was in 4th grade. I sang the song Sunday morning, and out of all of the rehearsals, I don't know why I never noticed this, but there's a long instrumental